Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to solve another easy marked question, which is duplicate emails. So let's see what this question says. So we have a person table with column ID and email. So ID is the primary key for this table. Each row for this table contains an email. The emails will not contain uppercase letters. Okay, write a solution to report all the duplicate emails. Note that it's guaranteed that the email field is not null. Okay, so return the result table in any order. The result format is in the following example. So let's see the example here. So we have this ID 123. So email is a@b.com, c@d.com, a@b.com. So this and this are like duplicate emails. So in our output we are getting this. Okay, so because it is repeated twice. Okay, so the question is pretty easy to understand. Okay, so now how we can approach this question? So we will try to solve this using two approaches. So the first one we can think of, because we have to find duplicate emails. So if we do a group by email, okay, so if we do a group by email, then these two will come in one group, right? Because both are same. And check if my group size is more than 1, that means that group contains duplicate values, right? So if we are, so let's write select email from person group by email. So we want to group it by email, so ABC and ABC will come in one group because both are same. That's what group by does, right? Similar things. So we are doing a group by email, so similar kind of email will come into one group. And now we will check having count star greater than 1. So ABC will come in one group, C and D will form its own group because it's like a new value. But this having always works with the group by clause. So we are checking in each group so having works with group by. Okay, so is my group count is more than 1? If it is true, then return me the email. So let's run this and see. So yeah, we got the output here, and if we submit, then it's accepted. So this was your approach 1. I hope this is clear. Now let's try to find another approach. So let's try to think if we can solve it using self join, because what I was telling before also in our videos, right? Because here what we are doing, we are trying to compare this row with the another row in the same table, right? So we are checking if this a and b.com is present in the same table, if it is present anywhere else or not. So when we are comparing rows from the same table, then it makes it a perfect candidate for self join. Okay, so for self join, what we do, we visualize another same table on the right. So now we will see when, okay, let's visualize it here. So I have created this Excel here just to see how it works. So we will have this table 1, table 2, same values, because it is a self join, the values are same. So let's see, we are in this row, so this row will come here. So we have to find the duplicate rows, duplicate emails. So our first condition will be like our email should match. So it will say, okay, is a and b.com matching with this one? It will say yes. Okay, so our first condition is email should be equal, right? Okay, like email in both the table should be equal. But here it is kind of matching it with this also, right? Because this row will match from all the rows from the second table. so it kind of matched. And then but the id here is same, so do we really want to match it with this one? Let's see. Let's hold that thought for a second. A and b, is it matching with this one? No. So yeah, we will skip this one. Now again comes here, a and b is matching with this one, yes. So now if you will think, if you just think, so we found two matches for this row, here and here, but which one should we really take? Should we take both? Should we take only this one or this one? Because in order to find the duplicate rows, we ideally only want to take this row, right? Because this is the same, it's like comparing the same row with itself, right? So but this does not say I am duplicate, right? Duplicate will only come into picture when we find something else apart from its first row, right? So we should ideally take only this one. So how can we write another condition so that it doesn't match with this one? So based on our current condition, email is equal to email, it is also matching with this row, but we want to skip this row. So how we can skip? We can write another condition, id should not be equal to my current id. So email is matching, but 1 should not be equal to 1. So now let's see if it is working fine or not. So it comes here, so this row will match with this one. So email is matching, but is id 1 is not equal to 1? False, it is equal. So it will not match with this time. This id email is not matching. Here email is matching, and is 3 not equal to 1? True. This time it will match only with this one. So now we are correctly getting a duplicate row. Similarly for this one, b and d, so email is not matching. Here email is matching, but do we really want to take this one? No, because if we, let's suppose, remove this id part and consider only email, then it will match with this one and it will also start giving this in our output. But is it really duplicated? No, because we saw that in our output we have only a and b is duplicated, right? So that's why this id is important. I hope this is clear. Similarly, a and b.com, so it will come here and it will match, yes. Not equal to id, yes. Then this will also come, so we can write a distinct. So I hope now this self join is clear. So we will do select distinct email from employee, from person p1, join person p2 on p1 dot email should be equal to p2 dot email, and p1 dot id should not be equal to p2 dot id. And we can write here p1, because both the table p1 and p2 has email, so just to avoid ambiguity we will write, specify we want email from p1 table. Let's try to run this one. Now it is accepted. If we submit, then yeah, it is now accepted as well. So I hope now this second approach using self join is also clear. So yeah, I think that's it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, bye.